if you work out in the heat, these are a great little thing to use on your hat to keep the sweat from getting in your eyes. Now, yes, you could just use a washcloth or a towel, and certainly I know plenty of people who do that, but this takes it a notch up so that you don't have to do that. You take the little strip of your hat, like if you're wearing a hard hat on a construction site, it's got that little clear, you would know better than I do, but, maybe if you're buying it for somebody else, you may not know that. It's got the little strip right there. And so what you do with these, I know they look like ferret diapers, you put the little strap through this, and then you button it together like this. You button all the buttons down so that it stays on the front of the hat. And so essentially, it's a bandana, a sweat-proof bandana, getting all the sweat from dropping down into their eyes or your eyes, as the case may be, whoever's using it, and it stays in place. So the drawback of using a washcloth or a towel is that it's slipping out of place if you take your hat off. It's, it's a whole thing. With this, yes, it's smaller, it's not going to absorb as much sweat, but it's also not moving around. And you could easily layer these on there, take your whole stack of them, you get 5 in this package, put your whole stack of them, button up as many as will button. I don't know how many will button because I haven't tested this on my husband's hard hat. And then as each one gets sweaty, you just remove that underlayer and then you still have many more. And that saves you from having to, I don't know, carry them in your pocket or put them in your purse. I don't know how you're going to get them all if you don't do it that way. And then when you get home each night, you wash them all and they're ready to go for the next day. Probably ought to get 2 sets just so you can always be washing them. As far as how do they feel, if you're putting them up against your head, it should feel fine. I'm not one who would want buttons up against my head, so you might want to position it in a way that it doesn't. But this is a terry cloth kind of thing and microfiber on that side. This is, so one side is very absorbent. It's the same thing on both sides. I just mean it feels different on each side because this one's much, much softer. And this one just feels exactly like microfiber, but not the kind of microfiber that you sometimes it feels scratchy when you touch. This is a much softer one. Unfortunately, this is the best color. Not much to look at, are they? But they are very, very helpful if you're working out in the hot sun and you need sweat to not be in your eyes. So I hope that helps. And I hope this was hope you can understand it. In fact, let me button them for you just so you can for sure see how it works. You're going to take the ends with the cap string with the hat plastic thing right in the middle, button, bring it up the middle and just think of it like this. This is the inside of the hat, the plastic thing. And then you're going to button, and then you're going to take this and button. I mean, it's pretty simple once you figure it out. And then your strap is through there. And then that's against your head. So that's how it goes. Hope that helps.